Welcome back to Keith's Hot Takes, the first episode of 2022. And I got my guy Terrance joining the show today. Terrance, how you doing, bro?
What you do, bro? I'm doing good. How you?
I'm good. It's Beat Eagles week, so I'm doing real good. On the show, I have some good news for you, Terrance. You won season 4 of the Gets Pickers. You had the best record back in week 5 when you came on the show. I have to check it 3 times, but you did go 15-1 that week. So you will get to host the Super Bowl show with me in February. And
Okay.
I know it's gonna be hard for you when you have to have my Cowboys in the Super Bowl, but we're gonna make do with it, right?
I'm not going to the Super Bowl, but that's what's up.
The rest of the top 5, Demarius went 12-2, Ruff and Lamar tied at 10-4, Damian at 10-6, and Matthew rounds out the top 5. He went 12-8. So all those guys will hopefully join me at some point during the playoffs. And like I said, Terrance, he'll get to do the Super Bowl show with me since he had the best record during season 4. So, so let's shift to the national championship game between Alabama and Georgia. And we'll let Terrance get first dibs on this. But do you think Georgia is going to beat Alabama for the first time since 2007, September 22nd, 2007? Alabama has won the last 7. So,
bro, I do. Listen, man. I thought Georgia was gonna beat Alabama in the what was it, the Cotton Bowl or the?
No, it was the SEC championship.
SEC championship game. Okay, yeah. But I thought they was gonna beat them, and if you looked at that game, man, it was just like I feel like what Georgia didn't do is what they did good all year. Get to the quarterback. They didn't say Bryce Young at one time. So, and if you look at that game, like it's Georgia got a great defense. We can't deny that. But their defense is the interior, the linemen and the linebackers. They kind of weak at the top. Corners, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Alabama, you know what I'm saying? We all know Alabama's skill positions, you know what I'm saying? They, you start talking about Julio, you know what I'm saying? We can't even get into their skill positions. They blind up.
Yeah.
Right. So I think they got them though. I know Alabama lost one of their receivers.
Yeah. Minchie.
Yeah, they lost Minchie to ACL when they played them. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm riding with Georgia, though, man. I think all year it's been Georgia. It's been Georgia. They had a slip up, but yeah, I like how Georgia played Michigan. I like how I like how Alabama. I like how Georgia played Michigan more than I like how Alabama played
Cincinnati.
So I'm riding with Georgia, man. I'm going with the Bulldogs, man. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Hate me, but I don't. People say, you know what I'm saying? We know Alabama is going to stand up, but come on, man. It's just like the Patriots and Brady. Like, come on, man. I'm just trying to see somebody else on the head. I'm going with Georgia for sure.
Yeah, I'm also going with Georgia. I feel like they're tired of losing Alabama. It seems like every time they play Alabama, we think it's going to be the year that it happens, and it just doesn't. But like you said, I feel like since they're secondary, I feel like is their weakness of their defense. I think their front 7 is going to have to get a lot of pressure on Bryce Young and make him uncomfortable. And if they do that, I think they have a great shot of beating Alabama, upsetting Alabama. And I think that they can't let Brian Robertson go off like he did against Cincinnati. Obviously, it's going to be much more difficult to run on Georgia because their D-line is huge, especially Jordan Davis. Good God Almighty. Yeah. So.
What's that one D tackle in the middle? He's about 6'7", like 6'7",
I think you're talking about Jordan Davis. Yeah,
oh my Lord, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. They're gonna have a hard time running on him. So we'll have to see. I feel like if they're able to put pressure on Alabama and make Bryce Young uncomfortable, I think they'll be able to pull this off. On offense, Stetson Bennett, he's gonna have to make some timely throws. They'll probably try to lean on their run game because Alabama's defense is loaded with Will Anderson and their talented linebackers. So I'm hoping Georgia can pull it off. I thought they were going to do it back in 2018, but they blew the lead at halftime and let Alabama come back. So we'll have to see. But I also have Georgia winning.
And if you look at that game, SEC championship, like the final score was 41-24, but Georgia had some chances late. Like it was a little dry after Alabama came and they was up 14. They had went about 3-4 possessions and they do nothing. So Georgia had some opportunities to, get back in that game. But I think they got it this time. I honestly do. We've been bigging up Georgia all year. Come on, just come on, man. Come on, man. But that Will Anderson, Lord Jesus, oh my Lord, number 17. That was as soon as you turn the game on, he making plays. Like that boy, he got to be top five pick. He's a dog.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett, he just can't turn the ball over like he did in that first matchup because if he turned over against Alabama, it's a wrap. So he's going to have to take care of the ball. And lucky for him, he has some good receivers, especially that Bowers. He's going to be a top 5 pick when he's eligible to come out. He's just a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I hope Georgia doesn't waste that historical defense that they have because it would be a shame to.
And historical is not a understatement. That defense has been beat up all year. They got some boys on the defense. That D line, they playing on Sundays.
Oh yeah, and that linebacker, N'Kobe Dean, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah, that's number 17. Yes.
Woo! Yeah, he can fly around.
That boy crazy.
I hope he doesn't go to the Giants, but I feel like the Giants they may draft him at 5. But let's switch to our pro games now. Our first matchup is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna take the Chiefs here. They're still fighting for the number 1 seed. They'll need the Texans to pull off a miracle again against the Titans and beat them to get the number 1 seed. But the Chiefs are gonna want to, handle their business so they at least have a chance to get that number 1 seed. And I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is gonna play this week. I think they'll sit him out the rest of the year after he had that scary concussion. So yeah, give me the Chiefs. And I think Denver's defense will keep this close just because they have a good defense, but their offense just won't be able to move the ball enough from Kansas City's defense.
Yeah, I got Kansas City too. If Teddy Bridgewater don't play, they put in Drew Lock or something like that. Come on, what am I supposed to do with Drew Lock? but I do got you. Kansas City, they stumbled last week with
Bengals. The
Bengals. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Jamar Chase. He had the mad numbers.
He stumbled last week with the Bengals, so I think they come out and they end their year off right at the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? I think they smooth steady in the playoffs and hope for a miracle by the Texans.
Yeah, I don't think the Titans will take them lightly this time like they did the first time. We'll go to our Sunday games now. We're going to save Cowboys, Eagles for later because we'll have a lot to say about that. So we'll go to our Sunday games, and we'll start with the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Cleveland Browns. I changed my pick earlier after I found out Joe Burrow is not going to play. He's going to rest his injured knee. I guess they figured they can't move up in the standing, so no need of playing him. Let him get healthy for the playoffs. And that Bengals team, they're going to be hard to deal with because that receiving core they have is scary. You got Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins from Clemson. Oh, my God. So you don't know which one of them is going to go off. But
because Mixon.
Oh, yeah, Mixon. Yeah, he's on the COVID. He's on the COVID list.
He's on COVID.
Yeah, so they won't have him either. So I think the Browns are in their disappointing season with a win. And yeah, the Bengals, they'll probably scare a team or two in the playoffs with how explosive their offense is. So, yeah, I got the Browns.
Even without Joe Burrow, I still got the Bengals. I think the Browns are demoralized. They don't got, you know what I'm saying? this people really had these boys going to the Super Bowl. Like
they really did.
There was some people preseason favorite out of the AFC, like, but nah, man, I'm still with it. I think the Browns is just defeated. Like, I think after Pittsburgh, and then you have Big Ben farewell game, and it just ain't looking right in Cleveland right now. So I'm gonna still roll with it. And then they still got that receiving core and that defense. People don't talk about the Cincinnati defense. The Cincinnati defense is legit. You know what I'm saying? They got some playmakers. They got some. You know what I'm saying? They can make plays. So I'm still riding with the Bengals. I think they in the year off right too.
Yeah. Baker is not going to play this week. They went ahead and shut him down because he needs surgery on his shoulder. I'm glad they did that because he was, especially after the way the Steelers beat him up. I'm glad they got him out of there.
He wasn't good before that tornado. If you ask me,
I'll leave it there. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers visiting the Detroit Lions. I don't know if Green Bay is gonna play their starters. I mean, they really don't have nothing to play for, and they're playing Detroit. Maybe they'll rest Aaron Rodgers. He supposedly has a fractured toe, but I don't trust anything he says. He's shown he's a manipulator. He's a liar. So I don't trust anything he says. But how do you see this matchup playing out?
I got the Packers. I think the Packers are already clinched.
Yeah, number one seed. They got everything locked up.
So they might. You said is they resting Aaron Rodgers?
I was wondering because they don't have nothing to play for, so that's what I'm wondering. Like, I haven't heard.
I'm gonna go with the Packers. I mean, they got everything. They got everything clished up. But you know what I'm saying. Even if they put out Jordan Love out there, you know what I'm saying. I think they ended on the good. They ended on the good. They ended the season on a good note too.
Yeah, I mean the Lions have been playing really good lately. That St. Brown for them, I think his name is Anthony St. Brown. I hope I'm saying his name. Man, he's really been helping out my fantasy team. He's been going crazy the last couple of weeks.
He been helping them on fantasy. He ain't been helping them in the season.
But they play hard for their coach.
They honestly, they really do.
I mean, he says some crazy things. Sometimes it makes me be like, "What the world?" But I also think Green Bay is going to win, even though I don't really know if their starters will play. I doubt they play, but their backups can beat the Lions. I think it'll be a very close. If the starters don't play, it's probably going to be an ugly, low-scoring game.
Right. So. I think the Lions might as well should lose that game too, just to get a better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, because obviously they want to end their season on a high note, but you could get somebody that could change your franchise. You need a quarterback. You need some other things.
Well, I really don't see no quarterbacks in this draft. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's no Andrew Luck or no Trevor Lawrence or definitely not no Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. I mean, I think he's the top quarterback in this class. You got Sam Howell, Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. I mean, it's not a strong quarterback class like we normally have in some drafts, but maybe they get the cornerback out of Cincinnati. Because he's from Detroit. I don't know if he would want to go play for a dumpster fire franchise like Detroit, but I mean, he's from Detroit. So
bad for so long.
Yeah, I mean, they were good for a couple of years when they had Jim Caldwell, and then for some reason they fired him, and they haven't been right since. But maybe they go get that corner out of Cincinnati, let him come home. I mean, because they don't have.
I don't know who should. That'd be a great question because you know what I'm saying. We all know the quarterback is the most important position on the field. But if you're not 100% sure that he coming in and changing life, there's so many ways you can go in this draft. You know what I'm saying? It's so many defense, offense. There's so many players out there. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, but maybe they should try to improve that defense because I don't think it's that great. So I mean, maybe
trade that pick for a couple You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you know
Yeah.
you're gonna get if you know you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? If you go defense or offense or however you're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? You already know some of them players still gonna be there in the, you know what I'm saying, the 10s and 11s and the 12s. So maybe you trade that first, second, or third pick. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Sure.
So next we have the Chicago Bears visiting the Minnesota Vikings, who got eliminated last week. So, they're just playing for pride this week. The Bears have really been playing good of late. They've won a couple in a row. So I took the Bears. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to play this week. He's unvaccinated. So I think you have to be out at least 10 days in the NFL if you're unvaxxed. So I don't know if he's going to play this week. And the Bears have been playing really well. Robert Quinn is really getting after the quarterback. He set the Bears sack record for a single season last week with 18 sacks. So he's been really getting after the quarterback without Khalil Mack. So, I mean, I think that the Bears are going to pull it off in the playoffs last week. So I don't know what their morale is going to be like, but we'll have to see. But give me the Bears. How about you?
I like the Vikings. I like the Vikings. I still think they're still a. And obviously, they're not playing for nothing, but I still think the Vikings over the years been a better organization than the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Even if Kirk Cousins don't play, you know what I'm saying? They still got Jefferson, you know what I'm saying? Cook, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Thielen gonna play or not.
No, Steelers out for the season.
Thielen's out for the season.
Yeah. So.
Okay, yeah. So, but they still got Jefferson, Cook, we talking
Jefferson, yeah.
about Chase. Them LSU boys ain't got to play with them boys.
They're going crazy.
I see why they won that championship.
Oh,
Crazy. But yeah, so I'm riding with the Vikings though for sure.
for sure. Next, we have the Washington football team, who you guys beat last week, and they almost took out your quarterback. That was scary. I'm glad your fans didn't, hurt Jalen Hurts, because I didn't want to beat y'all that way, without Jalen Hurts. But we got the Washington football team visiting the New York Giants. Give me Washington here. Last week we had two teams that scored. Who was it? The Patriots scored 50, and I forget who scored 49 points. But the Giants have scored 49 total points in their last 6 games. This offense is god awful. It's really hard to watch. Mike Glennon had 24 passing yards last week. It got really bad. So they're starting Jake Fromm this week. He's the last quarterback that they got. I think Washington goes in here and beat them. They end their season on a high note. Thought they were about to beat y'all last week, and then I don't know what Taylor Heinicke saw when he threw that in.
Don't know why you thought that.
I was hoping so I could call you, and you probably wouldn't have answered your phone, but and he threw that interception. I'm like, what are you looking at? And I was just all disgusted and just walked out. Just.
Yeah, give me Washington too, man. I don't know what the Giants. Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what. I don't know. I can't even speak on the Giants. I don't know what they're doing over there. I'm glad that they ain't doing nothing. I'm glad that the Washington football team ain't doing nothing either. But you know what I'm saying? I guess the Washington NA season out on a high note. And, you know what I'm saying? To try to get a good draft pick, because that's what they're gonna need, because they're not going to the playoffs like we are. You know what I mean?
Well, I know the Giants have. I think they got 2 in the top 7. So hopefully, they're smart with their picks this time, because 2 years ago, in 2019, they had 3 in the first round and they drafted 3 bums. So I mean, you see where that got them. I don't know why they took Daniel Jones at 6. They took that Baker at 30. I mean, Dexter Lawrence is a solid piece. I think 17 was a little high. And Baker, he got exposed when he played Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was talking trash because he was playing so far off him. He said, "That boy's scared of me."
Amari Cooper don't never talk trash.
Yeah, but he was talking trash. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts, they win, they're in, but they haven't won in Duval County since 2014. It's been a place of horrors for them. I mean, I can understand you can get lost in Jacksonville, So I mean, maybe they go there and party too hard the night before. I don't know what it is, but do the Colts win and secure them a playoff spot?
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I still got some love in my heart for Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? He was
Ooh,
over his head.
ooh.
I still got some love. I still follow him on Instagram. I still follow him on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was always the quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you just cannot, I just think decision making is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to still have him, honestly, but I think that team, what they got with Jonathan Taylor, that boy is crazy.
He be going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Pittman, I think they finish it out on a high note. They get that last, they get that spot. Probably
well, I mean, depending on how it shakes out, I think they'll either be 6th or 7th.
6 or 7, yeah. Right. So yeah, I think they win, they get in, and they, you know what I'm saying, they are tough out because that defense is nothing to play with.
Yes, sir.
So I think they get in, and that wild card weekend gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait for wild card weekend. I also think they win. Jacksonville, they're ready to go home. They're ready to start over in the draft. Hopefully, they pick the right coach this time. I think the Colts do it. You know, I know they haven't won since 2014 in Jacksonville, but this Jacksonville team's not going to beat them in Jacksonville. I can tell you that much. Jackson, they're a mess. The offense isn't, you know, really good. Something's not right with them. So yeah, I think the Colts win. They secure them a playoff spot, and I would not want to see this team in the playoffs. They're physical on offense, and that defense. They're second in takeaways behind my Cowboys. You know, we're some ball hawks. You know, we take the ball away. But you know, we'll talk about that later. I do think the Colts do win, and unfortunately for Steeler fans, that means you won't see Big Ben in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but yeah, the Colts, they're gonna get this victory. The Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens have lost 5 in a row. They're just beat up with a lot of injuries. And yeah, they've just went through a lot with injuries this year. They lost their top 3 backs before the season. And yeah, I hate that for the Ravens. I think the Steelers, they want to send Big Ben out on a high note. I think that defense is going to get after whoever plays quarterback. I don't know if the Ravens will bring Lamar back for one game. I don't know if that's smart, but we'll have to see. But I think TJ Watt is going to break the record. I think he's going to get at least 2 sacks on a very bad Baltimore Ravens offensive line. He's going to break Michael Strahan's record. And yeah, I think the Steelers, I think they're going to send Big Ben out on a high note with a dub. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working with you, man. I'm saying Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I think they send Big Ben on a high note. Now, Huntley been playing good. Like, let's not get it messed up. Huntley's been playing real good. Like, I like how they, you know what I'm saying? I like how they got their offense, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Lamar Jackson is your QB1, but, you know what I'm saying, have that QB2 to certain things that Lamar can do, you know what I'm saying, in the offense. So I like them, but like you said, I'm rolling Pittsburgh. I think TJ Watt get that record too. I definitely think he get 2 sacks. And they just praying on if Jacksonville can beat the Colts. They just praying. But yeah, I think they, like you said with Baltimore, man, look, they playing with JV. They got a JV unit out there. Like, there's been so many injuries, like during the season and the start of the season. Like they lost Marcus Peters, and they lost they running back on like
J.K. Dobbins, J.K.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. They lost them in practice, like back-to-back plays with ACLs, like, and you
That
look
wasn't.
at what they did with.
I forgot who that was. J.K. Dobbins got hurt in the preseason game, and then I think Peters got hurt at practice, and then somebody else got hurt, and then they shut down practice.
Yeah, it was the other running back. I can't think of.
Was it Edwards? I can't remember. It's hard to keep up with all the injuries.
They didn't have so many. They didn't have so many people, but
yeah, it's hard to keep up.
I'm going with Pittsburgh, and they just praying on Jacksonville downfall. I mean, Jacksonville upset the Colts. Yeah, I'm really with Pittsburgh. They in and out. And one thing before we get off this game, man, how about Mike Tomlin? but
15 straight years, no losing.
no losing season, bro. No
I'm
losing.
surprised
It was,
last year when they didn't have Big Ben. I don't know how they got the 8
and during the season, they talking about that man. They talk about that man going to
USC.
USC. Like, come on, man. Like, this man, he the best. He one of the best we got. I say top 2 with him and
Sure.
Belichick. You know what I'm saying? So, like, great. Like, that man is phenomenal as a coach. Even with, and you look at it in hindsight, that man had AB, and we look at what AB doing right now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. Yeah.
Claypool, you know what I'm saying? You know, the first down with one times run. Like, man, that man is a great coach. Great coach.
Yeah, he has to deal with a lot. He has to deal with AB and Le'Veon Bell at the same. I don't know how they didn't win the Super Bowl. Him, Le'Veon, and
we talking about prime Le'Veon.
Oh my man, I thought they was gonna win the Super Bowl, bro. Oh my
they kept losing to Brady.
Man. But yeah, that is impressive. With everything he's gone through lately, you know, they didn't have Big Ben last year and somehow they still won 8 games. So I mean that's just impressive. So I don't like the Steelers, but I always want him to do well, you know. So yeah, that's impressive. And I was surprised Baker Mayfield made it out that game last week because that defensive line, they was going crazy. Especially yeah, I thought TJ Watt was going to break the record in that game because that Hudson for the Browns, he should not be in the NFL. I'm sorry. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans visiting the Houston Texans. Tennessee, I got them winning. If they win, they lock up the #1 seed, and everybody has to come through Nashville to get to the Super Bowl potentially. And they want to win because if they win, they'll have Derrick Henry back for their divisional round game, and he's their offense. And you pair him with Julio and AJ Brown, oh man, it's gonna get scary. And hopefully Julio and AJ Brown can be healthy. And I think this team is gonna be hard to deal with. Really hard to deal with. So yeah, give me the Texans. They're not gonna. Give me the Titans. Excuse me. They're not gonna sleepwalk like they did the first time when they played the Texans. So yeah, freaks.
That's a matchup nightmare, and it could be anybody in the FC. Just that alone. Yeah, but I got the Titans, man. I got the Titans, and if they get Derrick Henry back, I pray for whoever see them in the divisional.
The Titans, they're gonna be hard to beat.
Hard to beat, and that defense been playing good too.
For sure, they've been
Simmons and Landry and all them boys.
Yeah. So I would not want to see them first round. Divisional round, second round.
I want to see the Titans.
The Saints visiting the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints also have a chance to get in the playoffs, but they're going to need the Rams to beat the 49ers, and that's a possibility. But I think the Saints, they're going to go ahead and handle their business at Atlanta. The way they can get after the quarterback is going to be problematic for Atlanta because they don't have a good offensive line, and Matt Ryan's not mobile. So I think the Saints are really going to get after Matt Ryan. They're going to make this an ugly game because they really don't have the, offense to, be in a shootout like Atlanta wants to get in. So I think Kamara's going to get a lot of touches. And, I think the Saints are going to at least win their game and then hope for the best in the Rams game with the 49ers. So, yeah.
I guess Atlanta been playing well as of late, but I wanted to pick Atlanta so bad because I just without Jameis for New Orleans, like
it's been hard. It's hard to watch.
Who their quarterback gonna be like? But I'm gonna roll with New Orleans just because, you know what I'm saying, just because you said Kamara, which I think is top 3 running backs in the league. That defense, Cam Jordan, the Mario Davis, them boys is legit. We see what they do to Brady every time they play him.
That's him up.
So, I'm a roll with New Orleans though. I always like New Orleans because of their coach. I like Sean Payton. Like I said, I love Kamara, and then we hope Michael Thomas come back next year because he's a difference maker.
I hope he's able to get healthy.
Right, he's the difference maker. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. for the Saints and hope they hope the Rams beat the Niners. That's gonna be a good game though.
Yeah, the 49ers have beat them 5 straight times, so we'll have to.
And we see what they did on, was it Sunday night or Monday Night Football?
Yeah, it was Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. Ooh.
But you know what the 49ers are going to do? They're going to ground and pound you and then throw to Debo and Kittle.
And that, we talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, that's coming up right after this game. The New York Jets visiting the Buffalo Bills. I'm not sure why this is because Buffalo and the Patriots, they still have the AFC East to their side. But that's why it's a 425 game. But yeah, Buffalo's gonna win this. They're gonna destroy them like they did the first time. Josh Allen, hopefully he doesn't throw the ball away to the other team like he did last week. You can't have 3 picks in the playoffs. You're gonna go home. So hopefully he gets that ironed out. Yeah, I mean the Jets have been playing better of late. But yeah, Buffalo's not gonna play with them because they don't want to be a wild card. They want to host a playoff game, so they're gonna handle their business.
Yeah, give me Buffalo, man. Give me Buffalo. Buffalo ended out good. The Jets. Pray for top 2, top 1, top 3 pick. like it ain't really nothing to be said. Like and I don't know what they just lay down and act dead.
I think they also have 2 in the top 8 because they got the pick from Seattle for Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams, yeah.
Yep. So them and the Giants, I think they have like 4 picks and both up in the top 10. So they could really
might be looking like a good trade. Because ever since now we know Jamal Adams is a great player, but ever since they done had him the last 2 seasons, and last year they got beat by the Rams in the playoffs, and this year we seen what Seattle doing.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
He's not good in coverage, but he's a good box safe. He'll lay that wood on you, but he can't cover. He can't cover to save his life.
Nah, he can't go. He can't go at all. He can't go at all.
Like Coach Pete would say, he's part of the toast squad.
Lord.
or y'all would call him Coach Dirty.
Go dirty. They don't know nothing about that, Keith. You can't say that. They don't know nothing about Coach Dirty. They don't know what that's like. They ain't been there.
Man, I remember Coach Pete, man. He was funny, man.
Sure.
We have the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Los Angeles Rams. For the 49ers, it's simple. You win, you're in. Seems to be a bad matchup for the Rams because of how physical the 49ers are. Like I said, I think if they beat them 5 or 6 straight times. I think the 49ers, Trey Lance is probably going to be the quarterback again with Jimmy Garoppolo dealing with that elbow injury. And I think they're just going to, stick to their identity, which is that ground and pound offense. And they probably don't want Trey Lance throwing the ball too much with Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and Aaron Donald on that defensive line.
You should have said him first. You should have said the last one first.
But yeah. But I mean, yeah. They want to limit his throws because you don't want them guys to have too many opportunities at your quarterback. Give me the 49ers. I'm not very confident about this pick, but they do need a win to get into the playoffs after they lost to the Titans a couple weeks ago. That really hurt their playoff chances. So I expect them to handle business and get into the playoffs.
This pick'em game, man.
It really is.
I seen what the 49ers did to the Rams on Monday Night Football, and the Rams had just acquired
Odell,
Von Miller, and it looked like varsity versus JV.
It really did.
It wasn't nothing to the outside. It was just ground and pound and grind and Debo and Kittle and Debo and Kittle and ground and pound and Debo and Kittle. Like that was the whole thing, and play good defense. Oh my God. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Rams. Though. I like. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I like Stafford played. Lord Jesus.
6 picks in
Stafford.
the last 3 games.
Lord.
He has 4 pick sixes. So
You gonna make me cry just talking about him, but I like I like what OBJ is doing. Sony Michelle, they better get their running back Cam Akers back for the
that's
playoff.
amazing.
Cooper Cup, Triple Crown, receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, receptions. Um, that defense, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, like you said, on the floor, Jalen Ramsey, the best corner in the league. I don't think they're gonna beat them twice in the same season, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won and got into the playoffs, or if because I don't know
You
like
mean the
what's
49ers? You mean the
yeah,
49ers?
the 49ers. I'm talking about the Rams now. What's the highest the Rams could be? Well, I know it's not one. And what's the
Uh,
lowest it could
I
be?
I think they could be anywhere from 2 to 5, really. Because
The five?
if they lose, they'll swap with Arizona if Arizona wins against Seattle, which I think they will do. So I really think it just depends on what happens in the Bucks game and the Cowboys game, and if they all finish. Well, the Cowboys lost last week, so I think the Cowboys probably need the Rams and the Bucks to lose. So the Rams probably will be 2, 3, or 5 if they lose. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm going with the Rams, but I would not be surprised at all if the 49ers lost. I mean, if the 49ers beat them.
So we have to see. I got the 49ers winning, getting in the tournament. Uh, that's all you want to do is get in the tournament, and I would not want to see that team. Uh,
Anything
you know,
can happen.
you know, and then the 49ers, they'll probably be the 6th seed because they have the head-to-head against the Eagles from earlier in the season. They beat the Eagles 17-11.
Mhm.
So we'll have to see. But the way they can ground and pound you in that defense, that front seven, I would not want to see them in the first round. That would be a horrible matchup.
Yeah, I would not want to see that.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Next, we have the New England Patriots going to Miami to play the Miami Dolphins. This is a place of horrors for the Patriots. They always seem to struggle here late in the season. It's hot. You go to Miami the night before, you can get lost in Miami. It's an easy place to get lost in. Uh, yeah. Um,
Mhm.
so I think the Patriots are going to win. They're going to want to handle their business, and I don't think the Jets are going to beat the Bills. So I think they'll probably end up at that wild card spot. I think that's how that's going to work because I think they need Buffalo to lose to get the AFC East. So, but they're going to handle their business and go into the playoff with a little momentum, winning 2 in a row. And I was disappointed in Miami. I thought they were going to win last week and make things really interesting this week. And this was going to be a winner take all game like the Sunday night game, but they lost to the Titans and they're eliminated. So yeah, but this will probably be an ugly, low scoring game. Both teams have good defenses. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Patriots here.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Bill Belichick too, man. Hey, I like what the Dolphins have been playing as of late, but I think they're out of the playoffs too, so they lost. I think the Patriots ended that on a good note. And yeah, so this wild card weekend, man. There's so many good teams. Like it's so many. I love how they did the only the number one seed can get that.
Yeah, it makes it more competitive.
Yeah, it's so many. We done talked about the Colts, the Titans. I mean, the Colts, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the big like it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be
I can't
crazy.
wait for the AFC is gonna be loaded, NFC is gonna be loaded. So we'll have to see. Next week is gonna be crazy.
Right.
Uh, Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals here. Considering the Rams are going to be in a toss-up game, they'll probably want to win, and handle their business so they could get that divisional title and they can host a playoff game instead of going on the road. But I mean, Arizona, they play much better on the road than they have at home. They're 500 at home and they're 8-1 on the road. So maybe they want to play on the road. We'll have to see. But yeah, they're gonna handle their business. I know Seattle's been playing a little better of late. But I think they're going to probably blow things up in Seattle in the offseason. Russ probably just be his last game in Seattle. Pete Carroll, I don't know what they're going to do with him, but yeah, I think they're going to blow things up in Seattle. And maybe, I don't know if they'll be in a rebuild mode, but yeah, they're probably going to have some house cleaning to do after this game.
I got Seattle. I got Seattle. I got the upset. I think Seattle been playing. I think Seattle been playing well of late. I'm not going. I'm not going to go crazy because the Arizona beat a bad Dallas team. They did. They did. That was a little shot, but nah. But they lost 3 of the last 4. Seattle has been playing well. So I think I got Seattle. I got Seattle in the upset.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. The Cardinals, I don't know what it is, but they just
Seattle through the years, but they all that division. Seattle, even when they wasn't, well, no, they really always been good, so I can't say that. But they always played Arizona tough. You know what I'm saying? So I like Arizona. I mean, I like Seattle. I like Seattle in that game.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a toss-up game. It may be a shootout. We have to see. But this is gonna be a game I can't wait to watch because it's always fun watching Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray duel it out. So I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, I
And the
think
Cowboys are very good, so don't disrespect those Cowboys. We're gonna talk about them very shortly. Before we get to talking about the Carolina Panthers visiting the Tampa Bay Bucks, I wanted to get your brief thoughts about Antonio Brown. It's just really sad. Looks like he's thrown away his NFL career. So, what are your thoughts on that situation? It looks like he's probably that was it. You know.
Man, I don't. Antonio Brown, man. You look at and it's you look at him, man. At one point, man, he was the best receiver in the league. And remember, I came on the show like, what was it, week 5?
Yes, week 5.
I said, man, if you look at the league, you know what I'm saying? If you look at obviously he had got a COVID and he had got an injury, but you look at the receivers around the league, and you especially look at the receivers on the team. Antonio Brown was better than, you know what I'm saying? He's better than Mike Evans. He was better than Godwin. You know what I'm saying? And we seen what he did last week, coming back off that injury. Brady threw him 15 balls. He had 10 catches for 101 yards. It's just sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that don't see it as such is because it goes like that's a black man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we know how hard it is in life, period. So you get to that level, you know what I'm saying, you make it for your family, you're this and that, and you do that on the sideline. I don't care how mad you is, I don't care how you do that. We played football. You don't quit. You can't quit in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bad.
You know what I'm saying? After the game, on the bus, man, whatever, this and that, but not during the game, man. Throwing out, and you see Mike Evans go over there, and you try to tell him, chill, you know what I'm saying? This and that, we good. And just to see him throw his shoulder pads off and do all that. It's just a sad thing to see. And I know recently they've put in what you do off the field can hinder your chances of getting into the Hall of Fame. Antonio Brown is a Hall of Fame talent. Antonio Brown numbers on the field, he's 6-7 years of plus 1,400 yards and this and that. He can rival Jerry Rice with them, you know what I'm saying, with them type of numbers. But I think he might have cost himself the Hall of Fame, bro. And it's crazy because these are no ballot Hall of Fame. Even if he didn't play this season, you know what I'm saying, his first ballot, if he didn't play nothing with the Bucks, nothing with the obviously he didn't play with the Raiders. But if he didn't even play with New England, them couple games, like Antonio Brown's a Hall of Fame. You look at his numbers, they rival, his peak rivals Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a sad thing to see, man. I think he might have cost himself the Hall of Fame, and I don't think he plays again in the NFL.
Yeah, it's just really sad to see. I think he had some type of brain damage, from the way he acts out. I think, and the bad thing about it, I don't think you can diagnose CTE until he's dead. So that's and it's not a cure for it either right now. So I'm praying that he gets the help he needs before it's too late. Because just to see him storm off the field like that Sunday. And if he hadn't, faked that vaccination card incident, had that incident, he would have already had the incentives that he was going to, that's why he was upset, because he felt like they were stalling him out. But if he had, just got vaccinated and not lied about it, he would have been had all those numbers. So it's just a really sad situation. And yeah, I just hate that for him. I
And
don't,
I Brady too. I hate it for Brady too because Brady was the only man sticking up for you. He let you come in his house. He let you, you know what I'm saying? He let you do this. He be around his kids, be around his wife, and that's how you do that, man.
yeah, that's bad.
It's just a bad situation, man. It really is.
Brady really looked out for him, and AB gave him his butt to kiss. That's just really.
Yeah, we did.
So I hate that. So I hope the Bucks work with him and get him some help. And hope he is willing to get the help that he needs. Because he's had a lot of blow ups the last couple of years that aren't a good look. And I'm just really hoping that he finally gets that mental help that he needs, and hope teams stop trying to go after him and try to sign him, because he needs to be in a mental facility or something to get his mentals in order. That's the first thing he needs to do before he thinks about playing football again. But after that incident Sunday, I just don't see him playing again in the NFL, unfortunately. So it's just really sad to see. So let's go ahead and talk about the game now. The Bucks, they're really beat up, but I still think they found a way to beat the Panthers, who are just they're really bad. They're really bad, to put it nicely. Yeah, I think the Bucks handle their business because they want to try to get the best seed possible. It's all about matchups in the playoffs, so they probably want to try to get the best matchup for them. So yeah, I think the Bucks will handle their business, and I don't have no confidence in the Panthers being close in this game.
Yeah, I got the Bucks too. Just a side note for the Panthers. If the Panthers can find a quarterback, whew, now I thought when the Panthers got Cam about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I thought looking at their schedule, they could go to the playoffs. I think they were
I did
7.
too.
Yeah. They was looking good. You know what I'm saying? Especially came in, they won that game. Then he came home to Carolina, and then it was just oh Lord, and it's been terrible since then. But I'm taking the Bucks, but I ain't mean to go to the Bucks again. But if the Panthers get if the Panthers get a quarterback, you looking at that team. You got DJ Moore, Robbie Johnson, Christian McCaffrey. That defense looking good. A lot of people don't talk about it, but Jeremy Chin, and then a lot of people they just got Stephon Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? Plus that other corner,
CJ Henderson.
CJ.
He be getting cooked.
CJ. But I think they got a good defense. But I'm going to Brady and the Bucks though. But I'll tell you who Brady don't want to see in that first round with the injuries that they done had is the 49ers.
Oh yeah, but that defensive line, oh my God.
The 49ers. Ooh.
I think everybody's gonna be trying to avoid the 49ers.
Ooh, I'm taking Brady and the Bucks over the Panthers, man. Panthers trash.
The first thing the Panthers need to do is address that offensive line. It's very bad. Before they can even think about quarterback. I know they need one. I don't think they have the answer on their roster. I wish they would have had offensive line before they brought Cam in. I know he hasn't played well. He's made some horrible reads, but I think that offensive line, they're very easy to get by, and by the time he hikes the ball, they're right in his face. So
Right.
all right. So the matchup that we've been waiting all show to talk about, the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys have wrapped up the division. The Eagles clinched the playoff spot last week with the Vikings losing to the Packers. Unfortunately, before we came on the air, Micah Parsons is on the COVID list. The Eagles had a bunch of players on the COVID list Monday, so we'll see if they're able to get some of those guys back. Goddard, Fletcher Cox. So we'll see. I'm really upset with Micah Parsons because he was courtside at the Mavericks game. And he had his mask off for a little bit, doing some videos on Instagram. And I'm thinking that's where he contracted the COVID, but I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate, but I'm thinking that's going to be a huge loss for our defense. But before I go into your team, I'm gonna let you have the floor here first because I know what you're gonna say. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go first here before I go in on your team.
Hey, fly Eagles fly. You know what I'm saying? Fly Eagles fly. But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Of course, I'm gonna take my team. I'm take my Eagles. But I wouldn't be surprised if we set a couple of players down, Fletcher Cox and Derry Barnett and some of these. You know what I'm saying?
Older guys.
You know what I'm saying? Some of our older guys got ready for this wild card weekend. But I'm taking my team. Man. I'm taking the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all beat us last year, but I just like I said with the Rams and the Niners, I won't be surprised if the Niners won. I would not be surprised. I'm kind of hoping that y'all beat us and we get that matchup in the playoffs. Because y'all not beating us 3 times in a row. So if y'all beat us the last week of the season, y'all not beating us in the playoffs. I know that for sure. Y'all not beating us. That's not even happening. It's gonna be last year. Remember when New Orleans just dogged Tampa Bay in the regular season, and then Tampa Bay got them back in the playoffs. I think it's gonna be that. But I'm going with my team. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all just lost to
the Cardinals.
And they just lost 3 straight before y'all. So y'all got some players, like you said, Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, Pro Bowler, you know what I'm saying? 11 interception, but he done gave up the most yards in the league.
He didn't cook.
He didn't give up 1,000 yards in the league. He got yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't talk about that. They talk about the 11 interceptions. But
you ain't gotta be so loud, bro.
So I think Devontae get him back.
No.
I think Devontae get him back. I think we win, but I would be surprised if y'all do it. If we in the playoffs, we beat y'all. So in the upset, but yeah, I'm going with my team. Eagles fly.
Whew. It was really hard sitting through all that.
One more thing.
I'll go.
Top 10, just like I said, week 5, top 10 defense, and we done climb all the way to number 1 rushing and attacking league. You know what I'm saying? So hey, fly Eagles fly.
Whew. Okay. Before I get into my pick, I really have questions about how good this Eagles team is. Looking at their 9 wins, they have the Falcons, they have the Panthers, they have the Washington football team twice. The first time they beat Washington when half their team had COVID. Got the Jets, the Giants. Let's not forget y'all lost to the Giants 13-7. We're not going to talk about that too much. Y'all beat the Broncos. Come on, the Broncos.
Y'all lost to the Broncos.
We overlooked them. We overlooked them. That's all that happened.
It was 30-0.
We took them lightly. We took them too light. And then you beat the Saints. I mean, that's probably the only real win that you have on your schedule. And then the Lions. Come. So I mean, 8 out of these wins. I
can't argue with that. But if you look at our losses, we played good teams. We played good teams. You look at the Tampa Bay game.
Chiefs, Chargers.
You know what I'm saying? We played a lot of good teams, very, very close. So we are a good team. That's not. I don't like how you did that. We are a good team. You know what I'm saying? We done had a missed couple breaks. You know what I'm saying? A couple bad bad balls, but hey, we're a good team nonetheless.
I don't think they have a column for close in the win-loss category. So you were close in a couple games, but you gave up 42 to the Chiefs. Jalen Hurts was god awful against the Patriots. He couldn't even, he couldn't even do a simple out route to Devontae. He missed a lot of throws. So to get to my pick, I got my Dallas Cowboys. I didn't wear this hoodie to pick that team up in Philly. No way. I know we won't have Micah Parsons, and that concerns me because he was going to get at least 3 sacks on Jalen Hurts.
What's Gallup? What's Gallup with that ankle, with that knee?
He has a torn ACL. He's done for the year. Yeah, you can see it buckled, and I was really nervous the way it buckled, and yeah, that's really unfortunate. But still, even without Michael Parsons, we still can really get after the quarterback. Jalen Hurts, he's going to have a long day. He's going to need to throw for more than 200 yards if he thinks he's going to have any chance of having this game be close. And yeah, Trayvon Diggs, he's going to do what he did to Devontae Smith the first time. He had that boy scared for his life. 1 catch, 6 yards. I mean, yes, Trayvon Diggs, he does be getting toasted and cooked a lot because he's very, he gambles a lot. And if you gamble, sometimes it's not going to pay off. Like last week, he got hit with a double move. AJ Green, if Kyler Murray doesn't underthrow it, it's a touchdown. So yeah, I want Trayvon Diggs to be more sound, not get so much, and we have to see because I know when we played y'all the first time, it was a lot of short throws to Devontae Smith. I don't think y'all really tried Trayvon deep. Because if you just do it straight, without any double moves or anything, he's gonna get you. And most of the stuff was right at the line of scrimmage, so he was able to sit on it. And then we go to our offense. I want our starters to play because our offense hasn't, been clicking lately. And I really want Dak and the offense to get into a rhythm, head into the playoffs. I want Dak to get his rhythm back with CD. CD hasn't had a 100-yard game since Halloween, so I really want him to get going. I think he can do that against y'all secondary. Amari Cooper, you know what he gonna do. That's a dog. So yeah, I got my Cowboys winning. Our defense, they're gonna get a couple takeaways, and Dak and the offense, they're gonna put at least 30 on y'all heads. So yeah, give me the Cowboys here. Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. Win or go home, depending on what happens in some earlier matchups. So yeah, how do you see this matchup playing out?
I got the Chargers. Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. I'm believing in them. I like their team a lot. Derwin James, Joey Bosa. I like their team a lot. Obviously, the Raiders, to even be in this spot, what they done going through this year with Gruden and Ruggs and all that stuff, and they just had another rookie test DUI.
Hobbs or something like that. I forget his name.
Yeah, they just had somebody do that. So it's just like, Lord Jesus, like this Raiders, like Lord Jesus, and it's crazy because everything with John Madden and even going on that documentary and RP to him, he died I think like a day or like a week later. So
it was a couple of days later. I was like, wow, that's crazy. He just had
right. So even for the Raiders to even be in this spot is crazy. But I'm more with the Chargers, man. I like what the Chargers doing. I think what it just comes down to is Herbert is as good as Derek Carr is. I think Herbert is just better. You know what I'm saying? I think Herbert is just better. I think when you look at and I don't know if we asked this question when I was here week 5. But it was Burrow and
Herbert. Yeah.
And now Burrow lately have been looking like, but I think I still go just to Herbert, man. I think 6'6", about 215, 210-ish. That boy can, oh Lord Jesus, and then I like his weapons with Mike Williams, 6'4", Keenan Allen, arguably top 3 route runners in the league, Austin Eckler, fantasy know what I'm saying? You can count on him doing the fantasy and then that defense with Joey Bosa and Derwin James, two playmakers. So I'm going with the Chargers. Chargers get in. Chargers make some noise in the playoffs. And yeah, I think Chargers and the Bengals is a year early. I think they were supposed to arrive next year.
Next year, okay.
But both of them is a year early. So good for their organization. They both hit on their quarterbacks, and good for them. But yeah, I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, real quick about John Madden. That was just really sad, but I'm glad he got to see, what players were talking about. Had some thoughts about him. I was glad he was able to see what Lawrence Taylor got to say about him and things like that before he passed away.
Right.
And that's just really unfortunate because I loved him as the announcer. I know he was like the announcer for Monday Night Football when I was growing up, and then he went to Sunday Night Football.
Yeah,
And,
I didn't know nothing about him because the first time I knew about him is playing the Madden game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Madden head. Like you know what I'm saying? I do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Start playing Madden and you hear his voice in the background. This and that, this and that, this and that.
Yeah, the commentary. Yeah.
Right. And then you start learning a little bit more and this and that, this and that, this and that. But he was a great broadcaster. Just heard some of the boom, the back. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah, that's where I also knew him from, Madden. I didn't know he was a coach until I saw the previews for it, and I was like, "Oh, he was a really good coach too." Don't surprise me, for how good he was in the booth. So, yeah, I'm taking the Raiders here. I know my grandpa watches the show. He's a huge Charger fan, so he's gonna be a little upset with me that I'm picking against his team. I hope they do make the playoffs. But with the Raiders getting Darren Waller back this week, that's going to be huge for the offense. I think Derek Carr is going to target him probably at least 15 times, probably. Show him he missed him. He's been out since week 12 with knee injury, and then he went on the COVID list. So I think this is going to be a very close game. The Raiders are going to have to eliminate their turnovers and their penalties. They're the most penalized team in the league. You can't do that in a game with so much on the line. But I think, that offense is the truth. They're probably going to have to find a deep threat in the offseason to replace Henry Ruggs, probably in the draft, maybe. But I think Hunter Renfrow, the show he put on last week was just special. And then you get Darren Waller back. I think you have those guys, and then they'll run the ball with Jacobs. He's the truth. So I think the Raiders pull out a close victory at home. And, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I like the Chargers, man. I think, like I said, I think what it just comes down to, I think Herbert just better than Derek Carr. Right. I think he's just better. Darren Waller, top 3 tight end. Well, I think he's top 3, but I think Mark Andrews setting that.
Yeah, he went crazy the last couple of weeks.
Right. But it's definitely, you know what I'm saying, him, Kittle, Kelsey, and Waller, Andrews, them 4 around it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like the Chargers, man. And then that defense with Bosa and Derwin James, man, them playmakers. They got some playmakers on that side.
I know it's a long shot, but I would love to see Herbert and Burrow go at it in the first round. I would love to see the 2 young guns battle it out. Oh man,
that would be crazy.
Yeah, I know the Chargers beat them by 19 the first time, but I think the second time around will be a little. I think things will be different. Maybe we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, they definitely not gonna beat them by 19.
Thank you for joining the show today, bro. It's always fun talking football with you. And like I said, we'll have you back on Super Bowl week. You're going to be predicting my Cowboys and whoever comes out of the AFC. So, it's going to be fun.
Cowboys is not going to the Super Bowl. Cowboys is not going to the Super Bowl, man.
We're going to have you a Cowboy shirt waiting on you when it's Super Bowl week.
No, please do not give me no Cowboy shirt. I'm not going to wear it.
But yeah, man, it was fun. And I appreciate you doing this. And we'll see you in a couple weeks for the Super Bowl, man.
All right, man. Best and less.